Ready? We're reading Disney's Frozen 2. Oh, yeah. It's a great story. So make sure you subscribe and be our friend. So, King Agnar of Arendelle loved telling his daughters Elsa and Anna stories. Yeah. And one night he told them about Northrandra, a people who lived in harmony with the spirits of nature. The story left Anna and Elsa with many questions. We have so many questions, but it was so late their mother, Queen Aduna, lulled them to sleep with a lullaby. And she told them of a magical river called Atohalan, and with all the answers to the past. Elsa wondered if Atohalan knew why she had magical powers. Someone should really try to find it, she said before dozing off. We gotta find that magical river. Many years and adventures later, Arendelle was flourishing. Elsa was the new ruler, and she and Anna surrounded themselves with a friendly group composed of Snowman, a reindeer, and Mountain Man, who they called family. And one evening, they were all playing charades. Olaf and Kristoff made a great team. Team Pot Unicorn. Kristoff guessed correctly every time. Olaf rearranged himself to a new shape. So we have good friends. Yeah. It was Elsa and Anna's turn. As Elsa stood before the group, she heard a haunting melody sung by a voice that no one else had seemed to hear. It took her focus off the game. When she turned around, it was over. Elsa abruptly excused herself, saying she was tired. What's that sound? I don't know. What do you think it is? So she looked for it. Anna knew her sister wasn't just tired. She opened the door to Elsa's room and saw that she had wrapped herself in her mother's scarf. Why is she in my mom's scarf? You do that when something's wrong, said Anna. What is it? Elsa wanted to tell Anna about the voice. She decided against it. I wonder if I should tell my sister about the voice. You're doing great, Anna assured her. Elsa smiled. What would I do without you, she asked. You'll always have me, replied Anna. The sisters really like each other. Look at the magical. Later that night, the voice woke Elsa louder and more insistent than before. She followed to the forest. She needed to know more about it. Elsa began to sing along with the voice's call. As she did, she felt the magic getting stronger. The voice encouraged her to use her powers in new ways. Look at all this magical lights. Oh, isn't it pretty? And the reindeer. Oh, she's so pretty. Elsa found she could pull moisture out of the air and create wonderful fleeting images made of snow. How can this be happening, she thought. It's so nice to have magical powers. Look at all these diamonds in different shapes. Elsa felt the voice pull away from her. She reached for it and had a shockwave of magic blasted from her in every direction. The moisture in the air froze into crystals that dotted the sky as far as she could see. Suddenly, an explosion of light came from the north. Oh no, what does that mean? The shockwave woke Anna. When she saw that her sister was not in her bedroom, she raced for the castle door and she was stumbling in the courtyard and the frozen crystals fell from the sky. Oh no, the town is in trouble. The sound of crashing ice crystals brought the villagers out of their houses as well. All around them, lanterns suddenly flickered out and the water in the fountains began to dry up. The sisters found each other, and it was clear to them that something was very wrong. The ground shook, and the wind blew, and the villagers pushing everyone towards the cliffs. After they were all safe, Elsa told her sister about the voice. A voice? What was it about? Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Look what happened. Oh, what did the voice say? Elsa revealed that the voice hadn't said anything. It just simply showed her an enhanced forest, and she knew she needed to travel. Not without us, you don't, Anna said. The ground rumbled, but this time it was the mountain trolls rolling through the pass. Grandpappy went straight to Elsa. Much about the past is not what it seems, Pappy, the troll said. No one can see the future. All one can do is the next right thing. Elsa had to find the voice, and this time, Anna, I am not afraid. Grandpappy told Anna he would take care of the villagers, but she needed to watch over Elsa. I won't let anything happen to her, Anna promised. As she went to go find what the voice wanted and what happened. At dawn, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff and Sven left Arendelle, headed due north. They traveled day and night. Their mission was too important, the stakes too high to stop for the rest. Olaf needed to lighten the mood. I'm just going to have to lighten the mood here. La, 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 la. Who's into trivia, he asked, and he didn't wait for a response. Okay, guess what I am. The snowman leapt up a never-ending chatter, revealing fun facts as he discovered since he learned to read. Did you know what the water has memory? Olaf said, did you know men are 6 times? As he kept talking, they went over a small hill. Elsa heard the voice again. She asked Kristoff to stop the wagon. Straight ahead, the sun revealed the enchanted forest, surrounded in a heavy mist. Look at that beautiful forest. Wow, that's really cool. Elsa raced across the plain with Anna right behind her, but they stopped before reaching the mist. We do this together, okay? Together, Elsa replied. At once, the mist began to part. I'm not going in there. She went in there? Oh, she's brave. Look at that. Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven hurried to join Anna and Elsa. The group started as 4 giant stone columns were revealed. Look at these 4 columns. The friends moved slowly toward the monoliths, but once they were inside the mist, it closed around them. They were trapped. They didn't have time to be concerned as the mist began to push them. Oh no! Then everyone stumbled into a wooded area. Everyone looked up and around in amazement. They had entered the enchanted forest. Oh, look at us. Suddenly, the snowman was swept away by a gust of air. Olaf, Elsa cried, rushing toward him. It was the wind spirit. Moments later, the whole group was caught up in the vortex. Whirl, swirl, 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 swirl. Elsa sent a blast of magic that pushed everyone out of the whirlwind except her. She filled the vortex with a steady stream of snow and slowed its spinning. But then she threw her arms open and the snow flew everywhere. Elsa was free as she was surrounded by ice sculptures depicting beautiful moments frozen in time. What's that thing you say? Olaf had asked. Water has memory, he said. As Anna and Elsa walked among the sculptures, one in particular had caught her attention. It showed their father as a teenager. Wow, is that him? And he was being rescued by a girl who wore a scarf like the one of her mother's. Wow, that's really cool. Did you know the water has memory? And then suddenly they heard a loud banging. Reindeer quickly surrounded Elsa and the others as people emerged from the bushes. They were the Northundra. Anna grabbed an ice sword from one of her sculptures. Lower your weapon, said a Neanderthal woman named Honeymaran. Seconds later, soldiers from Arendelle in faded, tattered uniforms appeared. And lower yours, Lieutenant Mattis of the Arendelle said to the Honeymaran. But another Neanderthal, Yolanda, snuck up behind him. Threatening my people again, Lieutenant, she said. Aha! Oh, there's a fight. Clang, 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 bang, bang. What's going to happen? The 2 groups charged, both wanting to be the first to capture the sisters and their friends. Elsa used her magic to make the ground slick, causing those Neanderthals and the Arendelle soldiers to slip and fall. That was magic, Mattis cried. Yes, magic. As Mattis got to his feet. Do I know you? She and Elsa walked over to him. Then it hit her. His portrait was in the castle. You were our father's official guard, Anna exclaimed. I see him in your faces, Mattis said. The young Northanders were also eager to meet Anna and her sister Elsa. Honeymarn approached them and asked what about the scarf Anna was carrying. Anna explained that it had been given to her father, who had given it to her mother. It was remarkable to all that traditional Thranthorld scarf was cherished by an Arendelle queen. Maybe the 2 sisters more alike than different. Wow, you cherish the scarf? I can't believe it. You're more like us than different. Without warning, the bright light shot out from behind a tree. It was a fire spirit. Everything it touched burst into flame. People scattered, but Elsa stayed to battle the blaze with her magic. The Northandra reindeer panicked and ran. Kristoff jumped into Sven and took off after him. Elsa spotted the tiny fire spirit, a salamander, under a rocky overhang. Elsa held out her hand, and the spirit continuously climbed into it. She smiled and sprinkled the salamander with snowflakes. All of a sudden, Elsa heard the voice, and so did the fire spirit. The 2 of them turned towards the calling. We have to go north, Elsa said. It's time to move on. Look at that cute little guy. Isn't he cute? A little salamander. Is he so cute? Yes, very cute. Yeah. There's fire and ice. Elsa started walking. Even though Kristoff and Sven were away from the camp, Anna and Olaf knew they had to leave immediately with Elsa. I felt if they had been walking for hours when a distressing sight came to view, the wreckage of an Arendelle ship. When they got closer, Elsa and Anna realized it was their parents' ship. Inside, Anna found a map. Out to Holland, the river from their mother's lullaby was clearly marked on it. Elsa was devastated. This was my fault. They were looking for answers without me. Hey, you're not responsible for their choices, said Anna. The ship were looking for why their daughter had these magical powers. Oh, man. Elsa let that sink in. She knew Anna was right, but she also knew the next part of the journey would be the most dangerous. She had to go alone. If anything happened to Anna, she wouldn't be able to bear it. I have to go alone. She conjured up an ice boat beneath Anna and Olaf and sent them down by a dry riverbed. Anna reached for anything to stop their boat, but they slipped into a quickly flowing river that took them further than Elsa, and their ice boat continued downstream. Anna spotted earth giants sleeping among the shore. The giants stirred as Anna and Olaf drifted silently. As perilous as the moment was, Anna couldn't help but wondering about dangers Elsa was facing. Oh, do you see those big giants? That's a giant. That's a giant. Do you see the giant? He looks like a rock. Elsa had in fact reached the dark sea. Its ferocious waves made it nearly impossible for her to cross. Elsa was determined, but time and time again the sea pushed her back and then it pulled her under. She managed to reach the surface and create ice slide, but when the waves broke, she drove straight into the water, not noticing an enormous creature was watching her. Wow, look at this creature. Ooh, looks like a horse. Below the waves, Elsa was confronted by a looming spirit that took the form of a horse, the Water Knock. The spirits charged at Elsa over and over, but Elsa didn't surrender. She summoned all of her powers to create an ice brittle, which she hooked onto the massive horse. At last, the Water Knock responded to Elsa's command. Together, they galloped to the other side of the dark sea. I'm going to tame you, wild horse. Oh, she's smart. Yeah. Wow. Elsa had reached at Holland, and the voice that had been calling to her. The answers to all the questions were there, just as her mother's lullaby had promised. But more than the truth about her magic, Elsa also discovered peace, a peace she couldn't wait to share with her sister. The spirit had spread throughout the kingdom. Oh, I'm so happy to find the answers. Meanwhile, Anna and Olaf had found refuge in a cave. A twinkle of snowflakes rushed in to form ice sculptures.